One last game for the road. Almost no timeline turn or piece information, just bare minimum. Sounds Spartan, to say the least. Oh, okay. Whew, I got all mixed up. I thought this was knight c3, but it's not. It's knight f3. Knight f. Oh my god, blitzing out these moves. Whew, you've got a delay, man. Take it easy. Oh, queen here. We just played against this, so I'm not worried about this. Not worried about this at all. Holy, okay. Our opponent is committed to speed running this. The absolute lunacy. So what do we do here? Well, what do we really do here? I mean, we really do mind opening up the file. Probably we just do a cautious, measured, reasoned, you know, a little bit of this. Man, this, I've never played anyone like this. This is insane. Just the instant. Wow. Probably we do one of these. What we don't like about this situation is that we've forced ourselves to sort of box in the bishop here, right? So it could be better. Actually, there's something to be said for just kicking the bishop here. Yeah, I think that's what we do. We just kick the bishop here. We just kick the bishop for sure. Still gives us options. So I mean, we've locked in this bishop. It's not like if we relieve it of its duties by playing knight b6 that we're going to be able to do much with it anyway. So our hand has kind of been forced here, but I still don't like this. This queen is just so inactive on this side of the board. I really don't like the queen b3 setups. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. For example, 1 d3 kd4 to e2 mate. I mean, that just looks like that's just Shad's notation though, isn't it? Like, that's completely unambiguous. I think that looks fine, man. So no, your notation, I don't think it leaves that much to be desired. I think that you're selling yourself short. Here we feel okay. I think we feel fine here. This is fine because if he jumps in here, I mean, there's maybe a bit of a concern if we take here and this happens, because then we open up. There's a concern for him because he opens up this diagonal. I mean, he can obviously replace it with the knight here, which would be the play, but I think if takes and this happens, then, I mean, yeah, so it's a bit of a problem for the same reason. Okay, it goes back, happens. Okay. And this is probably what I would do anyway. Defend f2. I think it's a good choice. Question is now, what do we do? How do we move forward here? Because our opponent's kind of locked down the position pretty hard. Could do one of these ourselves. I really don't like the fact that this bishop is so pointless. Not to make him feel too bad, but I'm just gonna say it like it is. Could always frappuccino the bishop. I mean, this seems pretty tricky for White to deal with anyway. Like when all the pieces are over here, then we want to just push our pawns up. Anyway, especially because the queen's not over here, so we can't threaten like queen shenanigans like this. I don't like, this is like precisely the reason that I don't think queen b3 lines are very good, is because you no longer have the like forever threat of queen h5. That said, we got to find a way to capitalize on this, right? So, you know, it's not like over. We've got a lot of work to do. Maybe we're okay with, maybe we want our knight out here and then we're okay with trading for this bishop. I don't know how I feel about that. I want to do something with this queen. It is dangerous to undefend. Maybe we do one of these. And then this bishop just does nothing forever, right? And then this happens. And then maybe we have to think about where we're at. This happens. Maybe we do queen up. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. I think I think that this is fully takes advantage of the fact that he hasn't pushed any of his pawns, which is why, you know, the reason that he's gotten such a, I mean, this opening was incredibly dynamic and it was really forcing, and the way he played it too, he was just like living this mantra like to the fullest. He was like full all in on this like crazy submitting all the moves immediately. But I think that the way that you take advantage of that is like a sort of measured response where you play super solid. And now suddenly, because he didn't take the time, he didn't like eat his vegetables, you know, he like rushed for the dessert. Now his pieces are all boxed in. We're pushing these pawns. He's got no counterplays. Queen is over here in like the most awkward position ever, and it can't actually make anything happen. I think that we're happy with this position. I think that we like black better here. I think that we've already compensated ourselves for, you know, the fact that we go second. Now bronze are actually notated with a W. Oh yeah, but it's unambiguous because there are only bronze in the game. You know what I mean? Every turn is usually prefixed with timeline and turn information. No, but that's not necessary. Maybe they've had free moves, yeah. No, it's not necessary though, Sonoy. That's yeah, like this, the way that you're doing it is completely unambiguous, and it's the way that I've seen a lot of people do it. But I get it. You're saying that, you know, normally this is what people do, and you're not doing it that way. So I don't find it illegible is my point. Like I would be more comfortable reading that than the way that you wrote it out, where it's like all standard or whatever. It was used on every example in GitHub. I see. Okay. See, now here, we can jump in like this. I mean, what he wants to do is frappuccino this bishop, which, like, I mean, what have you really accomplished by doing so? I just don't understand. Do I want to frappuccino my own bishop? So then we've got the pawn push, and then his knight goes here, which maybe isn't fantastic for us. Where do maybe I have to be a little bit careful, but how? But do I really? Maybe I actually, oh, maybe I like this move because, I'm always wary of this. If this, then this happens. Well, if this, then maybe this happens. This, then maybe this happens, and then how do we ever deal with this knight here? I think that we actually, maybe it's counterintuitive, but I think that this is where this pawn lives now. Look at this bishop. Maybe we do this and then we push. Is this like the greediest play in the history of the world? Yeah, because then we undefend this, right? We got to be careful. We got to be careful. Fianchettoing this bishop isn't a terrible play. Fianchettoing this bishop does so little, does like shockingly little. So I'm not actually very worried about it. I think that this play is probably strong. Oh, we can always replace it with this. If this happens, then we just take here and only move his takes here. I mean, this bishop is already pretty not doing very much. Maybe we even replace it with the queen. I don't know. We've just got so many ideas. I think this and then replace here with the knight. Frappuccinoing the bishop here is probably bad for the same reason that fianchettoing the bishop on this side is bad. I think we do this. I think that this is fine. It's not like he can punish with an f7 sack, because again, how can he ever get these bishops here, like ever? And if this happens, then we can always take, and then if takes back. Like that with the knight. Boom, 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 boom. It's fine. I think we're happy with the position still. So far, so good. So far, so good. does our opponent do here? I mean, that bishop is stuck AF. You know, there's not a lot that can be done about that. And of course, this pawn is defended twice, so it's not like you can, you know, there isn't any. He's got to be careful, is what I'm saying. Does this actually do anything? Why would I care about this? If takes, then takes. Then what? Takes? Then take? Like, is that the plan? Is that the game plan right now? I don't know. I feel fine about that. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Because it's got to recapture, and then we can always fortify this. Probably we'll do one of these, actually, to be honest. Okay, so recaptures. Now we got a ton of options. This, I think, is the most... I think this is the chattest option. Right? I mean, the thing is, now we've got push, and then we win a piece. Actually, we've got here and then just push straight up, and then we win a piece. And we're handsomely compensated, and we defend this pawn with this bishop. Dude, forget about it. Here, this is just a regular 2D tactic. You got your 2D tactic in my 5D chess. Maybe the idea is this here. Who knows? Who knows what our opponent's got up his sleeve? I certainly don't. Well, game 2 gets more difficult already. Yeah, we got... That's probably how I'd notate it, though. So no, with implied promotion, gotcha, yeah. I don't... Where are these listed? These, like, 51 openings? The Braun openings? Is this a thing? Is there, like, a document that Average Human put together? The Madman? Whew, my eyes are getting dry. Throat too. I think that the 8th hour of the stream here is a reasonable place to cut ourselves off. I think that we've done more than enough. Average posted bronzetheory.pdf. Wow. That is an incredibly intimidating prospect. I don't know if I could handle that. Too intense for me. It's an interesting position for sure. I think that this is good. I think this shows, you know, you always want to play as dynamically as possible as white to press the tempo advantage that you have from playing first. Doubly so in 5D chess with all the time travel opportunities, because then they have to, you know, your opponent has to cover both 5D tactics and 2D tactics, and a lot of the time it's impossible to do both with the same move. So you just accentuate your, you know, by putting on the pressure, you just accentuate that imbalance. The issue is that if you go too fast, you know, you can't skip. It's like a balance, right? It's like a tightrope that you have to walk. I think this is a great counterexample to that, where, I mean, maybe it's true that actually white is better here. I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, it wouldn't blow my mind if you told me that that's actually the case. But I mean, to my, after 7.5 hours of streaming here, at least, I like black better here. And I mean, our opponent's in the think tank now. He blitzed out the first few moves before the delay was even over. So I think he probably agrees. He's not so sure what's going on now. But yeah, I really think that this is a great, like, case study in how going too fast, you know, not developing yourself, like, you know, not giving yourself like a pawn structure to play around, right? Is detrimental. Is detrimental, and this is how there's like a slow and steady situation, tortoise and the hare, etc. Yeah, because G4 is coming fast, and what do you do about that? And if you do something about that, then what do you do with the rest of your pieces? Look, this E file is here. We're kicking this. Wow, the castle, mind blown. That is, I did not expect. I think we still win the free piece. I think that's still the right play, is to win the free piece. Yeah, because knight goes here, we don't really care, and then otherwise we've got. I think this is fine. He has now turned the tables. That's for sure, because now his queen is defending, you know, the side of the board that that we have to attack. So that's very good. I think that was really smart, and I'm not positive how he capitalized. Probably we get a queen on these light squares and then do like a time travelino. Maybe take advantage of the weak pawn structure. Maybe kick this knight over here somehow. I don't know, but for now, I think we're gonna try to win a piece. We're gonna try to win a piece for a pawn. Yeah. And now maybe we're not so worried about this. Are we? Really? What takes? Who cares? We got a free piece. Hopefully this isn't a Greek gift. Yeah, no, I mean, we'll take this any day of the week. We might even have a time travel onto, okay, here we take with the king. Our opponent sacks. So that's shocking. That's shocking. Yeah, that's just super surprising. Here, what's the best play, I wonder? I mean, we've got both of the pieces trained onto h7. This isn't going to happen, but we do need to defend this square again. You know, because otherwise, there's like a time travel opportunity here, right? That we really need to nip that in the bud. And opening this up like this that seems ill-advised. So, what's the best way we can do that? We don't want to give him the opportunity to time travel to here on this board, or to here on this board. So then takes. Well, then we have this, actually. So maybe it's not so bad. Yeah, seems sketchy. Seems sketchy. We want to defend these squares with something other than just the king, right? I mean, here it's defended by 2 pieces. Here it's defended by 1 piece, which is not good. If we defend this with 2 pieces, then this is defended with 1 piece. And then this check happens, so then we have to do one of these. But it prevents us from losing the game soon. So, yeah, we're going to do one of these. We're going to do one of these. We're going to try to play it relatively safe. Which we want to grab the open file anyway, right? This is the play. I feel it. I feel it. Ooh, we're getting real spicy now. Let's see. Takes here, then takes. I mean, we can always do one of these, and then we have the opportunity to bring the king back, right? But things are getting pretty spicy pretty quickly. And the queen defends, so it's not like the biggest deal. Then if this happens, takes. I think we're still fine. Could always take this opportunity to unpin. Or we could do this. I don't know which is better. Probably one of these is better. Get this king out of here as soon as possible, right? We lose a defender on the knight, but I think that's fine. We can also threaten some shenanigans of our own here. Since this queen moved. We got to think about that. We are behind on timer again, so we don't want to think forever. But probably we do one of these. Probably we do one of these. Knight here, and then, you know, whatever. Takes. Takes can't happen because takes, and now we're not. Maybe that's what our opponent was hoping for, is if we didn't move the king here, then this and the knight is pinned, so after takes, we can't retakes, that sort of deal. We really want to prep this. This is real dangerous for our opponent. If we do this, probably this happens. Maybe it's not as dangerous as we thought. I think that queen here is probably a good play. Getting this rook involved is going to be necessary. We're up 2 bishops, right? So we just want to make sure that all of our pieces are in the game. We want to not get got by anything silly. Maybe we play just reasonable, slow, measured, developing moves. Here, we pretty much have to take with the queen. Pretty much have to take with the queen. Oh, what does this do? What does this do? Am I taking crazy pills? Is there like a time travel here? Maybe there is a time travel here. Is there you know, like the queen goes back to one of these boards, maybe here, and then takes, and then this happens, or this happens, and then, you know, move out of the way, and or actually just probably reblock here, maybe here. I don't know. I don't know what the idea is, but I think we're going to do this. I think that we're up material. If he wants to trade queens, that's fantastic for us. That's really good. That's a really good deal. If there's a crazy time travel, well, we defended the first time. We should probably be okay. Should probably be okay for round 2. Now we're up 2 bishops and an exchange. Not that the exchange is like as valuable, you know, in this game, but if we're also up timeline priority, then that's really excellent for us. And I mean, I don't really see a way that he gets out of the trade here. I mean, he can always like run his queen all the way back to like d3 or c2. but then I don't think we're mad about that, because we've gotten our queen, you know, involved on this side of the board here. Okay, so this does happen. This does happen. Okay, so here we actually don't have only move. We actually don't have only move takes, because if we move here, then we're totally fine as well. Knight is covered, rook is covered. You know, if something comes in like this, then we can do one of these. The only problem is that then we're not covering this square, but probably taking the queen is the play. Right? This is really ballsy from our opponent. We want to be careful. We want to deflect this and not lose. I think that this is fine, and he's just wasted so much material. Yeah, next turn we're allowed to just recover this square, right? We can even do it with the queen. And when we get close enough, the queen can recapture here, because there are no other checks in any other direction. Oh, I just had like crazy like brain aneurysm situation there. I don't know what just happened. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Now we have to deal with it. That's so silly that I didn't see that this recapture exists. I was like, oh, you know, check here, whatever. That was so crazy. Why didn't I just do this? Why didn't I just do this? Okay, it's fine. Everyone calm down. This is okay. This is okay, because if recaptures, then we just take back with the queen, right? And if something like this happens, then we're fine. And if something like this happens, then we're fine. I think we're okay. We're just going to do one of these. Because we can take back, the queen covers like all of those squares, right? Queen covers pretty much everything. And if he doesn't move the queen, then we get the queen back. But I can't believe we did that. That was so silly. These are the type of misplays that we can expect almost 8 hours into the stream, right? Oh, retakes here. That would be fantastic, man. I'd be very happy to see that. I'd be very happy to see that. Yeah, I think the attack fizzles out. I mean, I really respect this. This is just a very bombastic, like romantic style of 5D chess, more than I've seen even like Andre do. At least Andre's got a little bit more of like the, you know, he's got to like calculate to, I mean, he'll spend forever calculating like a line, and then if it doesn't work out, you know, then he'll back off. But this just incredibly intense. There's just there's a lot of fire. Like this game, this gameplay like says a lot about the individual. You know, just like intensely bombastic, just really, you know, full throttle. This is good stuff. I love to see it. And it's scary too. It's not just like, you know, he's not just making whatever moves. We gotta calculate like really carefully here to not get wrecked. Yeah, this queen is in a bit of a predicament, though. It's got to be said. Yeah, he's got to be a little careful. He's got to move it, and if he doesn't move it, then we got the queen, and if he does move it, then, you know, then he's in trouble on the other board. Wow. I'm really starting to fade. I'm so hungry. It's almost 10 p.m. I can't believe I've done this to myself. But it is worth. We had a really good day. We had a really good stream, and we're ending it on an awesome note. So can't really complain. Time well spent in my book. Yeah, the problem for him here is that I mean, we have to cover this. There's like the history of this that propagates. But he doesn't have any bishops left, and so this queen is the only thing that can actually take advantage of it. But he's got to get the queen to safety somehow. And then we can figure out where we have to block, you know, in order for that to actually happen. Or in order to prevent that from happening. Or maybe find a sack of our own, actually. Yeah. Yeah. It's still not clear how we convert here. Like, we opened up here on this board. We opened up here on this board. So we have to put something here on this board or here on this board. Actually, maybe, yeah, if he moves the queen here, maybe the play really is to do this just so that we've got our bases covered. Oh no, I gotta do this, right? We have to be really careful here. We have to be really careful not to give away the mate on this file. Okay. Okay. We do want to also threaten mate of our own. Where do we have to cover? So our king is here for the first time. So we have to cover here on this board, which means we have to put something here on this board or here next turn, which is within pawn range. So it's not, that's actually not ideal for us. I think we do this and we sacrifice this bishop so that we don't lose. Right? I think we sack the bishop so that we don't lose. I mean, worth. Totally worth, of course. I'd do that any day of the week. Could also do this. This situation. And just sort of run out the clock on this. Because he has to get the queen over here, and he doesn't have very many turns to do that, right? So yeah, maybe we can even do this. You know what looks really fun for us to do? Do some of this, which hopefully doesn't blunder anything. And then on this board, do one of these. That seems pretty good. And we've got timeline priority as well. Yeah, so we just have to not go too crazy. One of these is great because it threatens like this mate. Or it taking here. Our opponent's got to be super careful. We also have a check. If something like this happens, then we've got this check, which is super valuable. If something like this doesn't happen, then this queen can't get over here. So if something like this happens, then that's kind of perfect for us. Because then he can't, it just doesn't work. Something like this happens, then we just get this. And if something like this happens, then again, how does this queen ever get over here to actually take advantage of the check in the past, you know? And we're ahead on the clock now, which is exciting. Super exciting. What is the best thing to do here? Maybe the same move. There's an idea, huh? Okay. The rook move happens. So we just take this here, yeah? No? And if takes, we're actually really happy with that because we have this rook move. And the queen can't really do much. Especially if we do something really measured with our other... with our queen over here, maybe something like this. So that we have like a time travel mate. And we're defending the mate squares over here. I'm happy with this, man. Because we're all up in his business. Look, this queen can, you know, it's attacking this piece over here as well. This pawn. And if that pawn goes down and we got two queens over here, forget about it. Our bishops have been on their home squares this entire game, which is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, if takes here, I'm actually really happy because then the rook here, it just plays really well. Rook takes, and then we've got control of this file. And of course, you know, this is always a threat. Yeah. Knight move, you know, the knight's pinned. The knight's pinned AF. And we've got time travel ideas now as well. Knight can't move. She's trying all the knight moves. Maybe one of them works. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, now our opponent's on a timer, right? Because eventually we win. Oh, maybe sooner than we think. Because now if we do this, then we can go here 2 turns in the past. So if we go here next turn, then we go here on this turn, here on this turn. Which isn't quite enough. We gotta wait 1 more turn before we're allowed to do that for ourselves. That doesn't actually do anything. More importantly, we can just capture this bishop. Opponent, what are you up to here? What are you planning? We can just do this. It's also not check. It doesn't. Oh, it is check. Oh, because it checks this king in the past. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Our king was there for a brief moment. So, yeah, let's just do one of these. What did our opponent do? Oh, yeah, this knight was moved, or this rook was moved over here. Yeah, I'm just not super worried about it, man. We're up another piece. That feels pretty good. Now we finally block this diagonal, which is something that we've been wanting to do for just ages. And this knight is still pinned. Okay. Rook takes here. We can take back with the other bishop, but probably we don't want to waste time. Waste time with that. Actually, maybe we do. Maybe we do. I don't know. No, we really don't, because this is almost mate now. This is almost mate now, and then it's still check here, which is cute. Here we probably do one of these. Oh, he wants this to be mate. No, but that's like far from being mate now, right? Yeah. Our king's been off of that square for just like decades. So I think we're just gonna do this. And we have a lot of choice. And then we can always go back and then do the time travel, so it's totally fine. Yeah, so we're just not gonna waste a lot of time on this. I think we're probably gonna do this, maybe even do this. Or, I mean, really, it's not even that necessary. We could just do this and threaten immediate mate on this board right here. Because he can't give immediate check. Yeah, and threaten mate on this board as well. We're just going to threaten all the mates. Yeah, I like this. We're trying to end this game. we're trying to end this game eventually, so. As fun as it's been. We're going to threaten mate on the top board. It's still mate on the top board if he takes with the rook. We got the mate. We did it. Woo. All right. He takes it back. He doesn't like that. Giving up mate, not an appealing option for our opponent. Can't believe this game's gone on 40 minutes. This is insane. We're almost done with hour 8 of the stream. What a stream it's been. I wanted to get dinner out. I wanted to order takeout, but yeah, so this is the thing that we didn't allow to happen on this board. But it seems ill-advised. It seems ill-advised. Oh, no, our opponent decided that he did want to give us mate on this board. That's fine. No, that's actually cool with us. No. Yeah, can't move there to defend that square because the king is in check. Pawn move, that's interesting. Okay, so now we've got this is mate. And that's really all you need. And now this is a time travel mate in the past. So let's do one of these. Boom. We did it. GG's. GG's to our opponent. That was super long. That was just very pedagogical. That was really instructive. That was really instructive. The all-out offense at the very beginning, like even rattling off the moves, so stylistically like cogent. And then this is like how slow and steady wins the race, even in 5D, right? Even as, because like, you know, White's got to push the throttle, ask questions of Black, make them scramble so they get even further behind because they can't cover everything, and then you convert. But yeah, this is the perils of going too hard, basically. So that was a great game. Oh man, very good game to end the stream with. Let's rep the win with our opponent. GG, man. Our opponent's really nice too.